I'll start off with when I first moved to the city. When I first moved to Chicago, the first job I got was in inner city. I didn't have any experience with teaching inner city kids. It was a whole new world to me. I ended up loving it. I still love it. I still do it. But when I first started teaching, I had a lot of problems managing the kids, and I eventually developed my own style, which was basically just being really mean all the time. And I thought that I was actually pretty good at managing kids.
Hmm.
Um, and then I ended up, being in Chicago, there's a lot of problems with funding. And since being a music teacher, my funding got cut. So I was out of the classroom as a full-time teacher for almost 2 years. And then I came across a graduate program that is basically like a second student teaching type of thing, only way better than my first student teaching. And the primary source that we used throughout that program was Teach Like a Champion. And I quickly came to realize that I was not good at managing student behavior. I wasn't very good at instruction. All the things that I thought I was good at, I wasn't. I
Hmm.
was actually kind of bad at some of it, and it was a very humbling thing to realize. And I'm so grateful that I found this program. But it was little things like a technique that they use that's called 100%, which means 100% of students is the only acceptable percentage that to be following your direction. So an example would be if I say, put your pencils down, eyes on me, and give a countdown, then all students should have their pencils down with their eyes on you. And that's what you said, that's the expectation. So you have to mean what you say and say what you mean. And when students realize that, you know what, no, like when he says do this, they do it. And they realize that you always have these expectations of 100%, for example.
Hmm.
So, and what it does is it just sets up consistency in the classroom. It it shows that you have high expectations for the students, and it also shows that you value your own words and your own time. Another one is just don't talk over students. So if you're giving instruction and somebody's talking, that's unacceptable. I mean, like even as an adult, if you are in a meeting or something and somebody starts whispering, I
Right.
mean, it happens all the time, but it's rude and it's showing that you don't care about what that person is saying. Now, at the same time, if you keep talking while your students are talking, then that shows that you don't care about what you are saying. That shows what you are unintentionally showing them is that, you know what I'm saying is not that important, and it's okay if you are talking. It's okay if you're not paying attention. Just it's little things like that that really changed a lot of my just teacher persona. It gave me a whole new set of tools in my teaching toolbox,
Hmm.
as I refer to it, and really improved my effectiveness as a teacher.
Let me ask you this. So how many years were you teaching before you'd come across this? Had you been teaching?
Uh, about almost 2 years,
Okay.
because I had been teaching year and a half, and then the budget got cut, and then I found another job to finish up the last half of another year before I found this program. So cumulatively, about 2 years.
Okay. So how did you I'm guessing you were dealing with different students like after the program than before because you'd move schools, right?
Yes,
Okay.
different students as far as. the actual people themselves, but the same demographics. All the schools I've taught in have been 100% African American, 90 to 99% low income, free and reduced lunch. I have taught students that are homeless. The school I'm at now, the numbers fluctuate, but I think approximately 10% of our student population is homeless or in a temporary living situation. So there's I mean, there's a lot of challenges that the students themselves face outside of the classroom, and to them, sometimes their education doesn't matter to them. All they care about is they have a safe place and they're getting fed. I mean, so when you show them that you have high expectations, that you're not going to accept that, you know what, yeah, life's hard. I mean, I understand it as best as I can, being a white guy coming from rural Illinois, but I mean, I am understanding as best as I can, and I still have high expectations for you because I believe in you, and I'm never going to accept anything less than your best. I mean, you are going to be excellent, and I'm going to help you become that way. And that when they see that your belief in them, then not only do they believe in themselves, but they believe in you, and they care as much about you as they do about their education, and it really creates a great relationship. And it's kind of surprising to me that all of this came about because of just learning little, basically just like little tricks on how to manage a class, but it actually makes it to where being a better teacher, it almost makes it seem like I care more, even though I always cared as much as I do now.
Yeah.
I mean, my improved skill set just improves everything from classroom community, classroom culture, to instruction, just everything.